We're gonna check the Golden Vendor stock out. We have the Lambrus head, which is when you deal flame or shock damage, you have a 33% chance to summon a meteor. Deals 631 flame and shock damage to all enemies within 4 meters every 1 second for 5 seconds. This can occur every 8 seconds. Scales off your weapon and spell damage. This is kind of like a starter set, starter monster hat for starter people. It's not very good, but it's not horrible. It's not like the monster helm that pulls people in. I don't forget what that one's called. That one's pretty trashy. I do. If I don't own it, I would. Okay. Well, we're down on Molakina. This is a kind of a used to be a hard dungeon to complete a veteran. I'm sure it's easy now, but the helm itself is used to be good, but there's better sets now. Used to get you still do get 541 weapon and spell damage. It increases the cost of your abilities by 8%, which is kind of similar to having the vampire passive on, or the undeath passive. I don't own this, so I'm gonna buy it just because I have enough alliance points for it. If you wanted to complete your sticker book and not have to do the veteran dungeon, then I would buy it here. It's an okay set. I don't ever use it anymore. I used to use it a little bit, but I usually just use it for the one piece weapon and spell damage if I need an extra, one piece there. We got Ring of Night Terror. This is, you take melee damage, you deal 1238 poison damage to the attacker. This can occur once. This can occur once every 1 second. This goes up. Okay, so this can happen like every 1 second. 1238 poison damage. That's pretty low, even if it is every 1 second. I guess though, if it happened like 1 second for 12 seconds, you're taking melee damage. That'd be like almost 12,000 poison damage over 12 seconds. So maybe it's not terrible. Reduced damage can be detected by sneaking. The 3-piece is kind of weird for the set. Max health, max damage. The 4 and 2 piece are kind of all over the place. This is kind of just like a all over the place type set. I don't know what you would really use this for, except just to give someone some poison damage. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy any of this gold jewelry. We got Ring of Oblivion. When you kill an enemy, you fill an empty soul gem. Heal for 1239. This can occur every 10 seconds. This heal is pretty decent. So when you kill an enemy, you have to rely on killing enemies though to heal. And if you don't have empty soul gems, I guess you still would get the heal if you didn't have an empty soul gem, or do you have to have an empty soul gem to get the heal? It says so it seems like you have to have the empty soul gem to even get the heal. It'd be a good, easy way to fill soul gems though, right? If you're into the scripts that require soul gems, maybe this would be a good set for you to fill soul gems with. So it could be a good way to, stack soul gems and then sell them back in the trader. Savara Scale is a pretty good set. I use this on my Stamina Dragon Knight. It gives bursts of Lamia poison, deals 649 poison damage in a 5-meter radius, an additional 649 poison damage over 6 seconds to all enemies hit. It scales off your weapon and spell damage. Reduce your damage taken from guards, which is not that helpful, but the poison damage is pretty effective for damage over time, in addition to the other damage over time abilities that the Dragon Knight has. This is found in Gold Coast or Maybe not. Maybe the others. I can't think of the name of it. Okay, we got Ring of Undaunted Bastion. This is when you taunt ability while you're under 75%. Gain a damage shield that absorbs 7,000 damage. The damage shield is okay. You can get a better damage shield just by being a sorcerer. But this is like a tank set, I guess, because it has armor, and health. When you taunt an enemy when are you under 75% gaining damage shield for 6 seconds. I mean, it's not terrible for a tank if you get, or someone that gets under low on your health and you require a 7,000 damage shield. I don't even think that would bring your health all the way back up, but I probably wouldn't take this, but I'm not a tank either, so I can't say. Do I even own this stuff? I own all this stuff. Okay, well now we're gonna go to the luxury vendor in Cold Harbor. We ride our skeletal camel, I should say. The Hollow City. We were able to do that City of Ash 1 off the Twitch. We did enough runs to finish that dungeon out, so we don't have to do it anymore. It's so fast, you can just run through it. I did like 3 characters in 45 minutes. A lot of Nirnroot around here. If you want to collect your Nirnroot, there's always a lot around that pond back there. I'm gonna get this cornflower. Okay, we're up the stairs and to the left, around where the bank is. What's this? Don't need that. Stuck on that. And we'll wait for our merchant to appear. Luxury furniture. Okay. Okay, this is kind of like what was in the thing last week. It was sort of like it looks, well, I mean, it's a big rock. It says Blood Mage Crystal Oblong, 4,000 gold. It's not very expensive. I wouldn't buy this. I'm not really into rocks, but you know, some people are. Blue Crystal Spire for 12,000 is lightable. It's a large house item. There was a lot of blue crystals last week in the luxury vendor. It's okay. I don't know if I would spend 12,000 on this. This is an even bigger crystal, 18,000. Blue Flame Brazier. It kind of gives off the Cold Harbor feel with the blue flame. 5,000 is pretty cheap. And it's interactable. You can light it. So I would take this if I was putting something in my house. I like it. Geode Citrine. Last week it was a geode with a amethyst. So this is the citrine, which is kind of an orange looking. I didn't like this one last week, and I don't like it now. Geode Green Garnet. Another rock with a cut in half rock with the green on the inside. 20,000 is a lot. It says it's a standard house item too. I don't like the stuff that's like not interactable or it's not cool to look at, so I wouldn't buy this, but you know, personal preference. Glass Crystal Opaque Cluster, 4,500. These crystals remind me of kryptonite a little bit, so maybe it wouldn't be bad. This would be a good purchase, 4,500. if you wanted to recreate like the Jorel or Kal-El Fortress of Solitude kind of feel to it, yeah, I'd purchase this. Glass crystal opaque pillar, 20,000. Same with the whole um palace. What did I say? Solitude, whatever, kryptonite. Yeah, this even looks like the part from the Superman movie, Superman 2 movie, where they go in that palace and they fall down into the pits. These formations of ice around them. It kind of looks like that. Pretty cool. 20,000 is not horrible price. Good price. Khajiit Path Marker Lion, 75,000. Interactable. You can turn the flame off, I would imagine. It has a Khajiit feel to it. It is Khajiit, so it should be good for like a Alakir desert house or any desert themed house. It's okay. I wouldn't pay 75,000 for it, but okay, you can extinguish the light, the flame. I don't think this is worth 75,000. It says it's a standard house item too. It's not large. It's okay. Not something I would buy. Soul Gem, great. So they had Soul Gem last week that was, I think even it was a bigger Soul Gem than this, and it was only like 5,000. So this says great, but it looks like it's not. Oh, you can light it up. It's not much of a lighting. I wouldn't buy this. This is not a good price for this such a small piece. And there you have it. That is the luxury furnisher. His name is Zamil Thurin. I don't know if he has the same name in Craglorn, but that's what he has this weekend. We'll gonna be probably ending our stream here, but thank you for watching, and we'll be back next